Amidst all the hustle and bustle of the Christmas season, one thing that calms the busyness of this year is a good old black cake. In this edition of Chronicle Stories, we took our cameras to Sharon's Diner for an up-close look and an exclusive of how a traditional black cake is made. Good afternoon, Miss Sharon.
Good afternoon, Miss Naomi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your diner?
Okay. I'm a very humble person, but at the same time, love to make an impact. I love the food business. I've been in the food business for 20-something years. You know, always eager to keep pushing and to keep trying. And thankfully, I'm successful at it. I've opened Sharon's Diner last year, and so far I'm so thankful to my Heavenly Father, all is well. You know, in everything you have a little bit of ups and downs, but once you keep persevering, you will succeed.
All right, so tell us a little bit about how you make your black cake.
A lot of change over the years where black cake is concerned. I remember as a child, my grandmother, when making black cake, it used to be a big fuss at Christmas time. They have to beat the butter because in those days the butter was very salty, and then they get all the preparation going for this black cake. But now, in this modern day, we don't do all of that. We burn our sugar. Likewise, some people can go out and get sugar that is already being prepared. But for me, I burn my sugar and then I proceed to whip the cake, the sugar and the butter. After whipping the sugar and the butter, then I add the eggs, one at a time, beat slowly. Then essence, your little spices. After that, you would throw it out into a bigger pan, or you can use the same mixing pan. You add in all the fruits. Add in, well, some people love nuts. While you can do it with, you can omit the nuts or you can add it, but adding the nut gives you an added flavor. You add your nuts and you continue to mix it thoroughly. And then you add the burnt sugar, which it's a bit technical with doing the burnt sugar. If you add too much, it can get too dark and bitter. If you add too little, the cake would look like a fruit cake and not a black cake. So you gotta know the exact amount to add. When you finish that, well, then you proceed to bake in your cake. After you add all your fruits, your burnt sugar, you mix up and you bake. And the last thing is the rum. But years ago, they used to, early in the year, the grandparents setting their fruits with the rum and the wine. And when that cake is baking, you smell that aroma. Likewise, you still get that nice aroma, but we don't normally set the fruits for a whole year. But still, it's really good because you add your wine, and then after the cake is finished baking, you throw your rum. You have to have that rum set aside, a good old XM brown rum. And you pour that brown rum on your cake, and that's the final until you taste it. So that is how I make my black cake.
Okay, Miss Sharon, so what does Christmas mean for you?
It's more centered around me having a quiet day with my family and making Christ the center of our lives. You know, we put a lot into making sure we give Him the thanks and prayers, seeing the day, and also spend it with family, just enjoying the moment.